Hello, namaste and welcome to Walk the Talk. Our today's guest is an Indian supermodel, an actor, a fitness freak, film producer and what more. He is very stylish, very hot and very sexy. Above all, he is a very humble human being. It's my honor to welcome Mr. Milind Soman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. How have you been?
Very good. A little cold right now because we're in Kathmandu.
Yes.
But very happy to be here for the third edition of the Pinkathon.
This definitely is not your first time in Kathmandu.
No. The first time I came here, I think, was in the early 80s, 1980s.
Okay. If you have to recall, how was your experience back then?
It was good. I was a competitive swimmer at that time. I was representing India in the first South Asian Games, and that was in Kathmandu, and it was great fun.
So, ever thought that you would come back to Nepal with such huge and important cause like Pinkathon?
No, I don't really think about such things as to what is going to happen, and I don't really plan that much. I was very happy when Namraj Joshi got in touch with me, and he said that, you know, the Pinkathon is such an important event, it's such an important cause, and it's become so popular in India. We want to bring it to Nepal, and I said, I mean, that's a great idea. Anybody who calls us and wants to promote the cause of women's health and wellness and fitness, I'm always very happy to support it. Do you run?
I don't, but I walk. This is how we do
this is
walk the talk. Yes.
At which you walk. Well, it's not such a great exercise, but you must participate in the Pinkathon.
Definitely.
The Pinkathon is for non-runners, for women who don't exercise, who don't have the time, or they don't, you know, too many responsibilities, or. But we feel that, you know, whatever the constraints that you may have, your health is very important, and there's no reason to neglect it.
Let's get down to Pinkathon.
Yeah.
Why did you think of coming up with something like Pinkathon? We would love to hear your first experience with Pinkathon in India.
Well, in India, I started running marathons about 16 years ago. At that time, of course, running wasn't very popular in India, but today, running has become very popular. So I saw that running was becoming popular, but the participation of women was really low. I have been an event manager for more than 30 years, which a lot of people don't know. The first company that I started in the late 80s was an event management company. And so as an event manager, I felt that, you know, this was an opportunity to create a unique space and a unique experience. And so I said, let's put up an event like this and see if we get the response from women. And we did the first one in Bombay in 2012, and there were about 2,000 participants, which is not very big in terms of the number in a city like Bombay. But the kind of energy and enthusiasm that they had, the kind of excitement that there was, that was very inspiring. You know, so we realized that there was no space that women had to get together, which was not religious or political or ideological. This was a space where women were getting together just to celebrate themselves, and there's no space like that. And that was why there was so much joy and so much energy that we could feel, and we decided to take the event across the country. It's really amazing how women first, when they hear of it, they say, no, 3 kilometers is too much, you know, and we don't have the time, and we have so many responsibilities, and, you know, and then when they start, they realize the value of it. You know, and then they continue and they begin to make the time, they begin to find the time, and suddenly from not being able to find even 15 minutes, you have found 1 hour or 1.5 hours of your day, and you're then doing it 4 or 5 times a week. And it just, we understand that when something becomes important, when you realize the priority that some action or activity should have in your life, then you make time for it. It just happens automatically, you know.
So yes, this is how it started in India.
Yes.
So also, Pinkathon is correlated with this breast cancer awareness, right? So what other purpose does it carry along?
Well, the Pinkathon primarily is about being healthy and being fit. And what we believe, because we are not a medical organization, we believe that if you take care of your health and you're fit, and again it's about physical, mental and emotional well-being, that any disease can be kept away. Nobody says that you have to go to the gym and, you know, be 2 hours in the gym. You need a little bit of time every day. Like, for example, for myself, I'm going to be 54 this year. I never go to the gym.
You don't?
Never in my life have I gone to the gym.
Okay.
I just swim or run or cycle or things like that. And I only do as much as I have time. But even within that system, I'm regular. So at least 3 or 4 times a week, I will find the time to do something. And that has been really good for me.
So talking much about Pinkathon again, we know Pinkathon is India's biggest women run,
Yes.
right? And most probably it's Nepal's too, I guess.
Yes.
So what if men too want to participate in it?
So for men, there are 2 or 3 ways that men can participate. One is in the 21 kilometer. We have a pacer for every racer. So if a woman is running 21 kilometers, she has a pacer with her. And that pacer is a man.
Okay.
So that man is there to make sure that she's comfortable. If she needs something, he'll get it for her. He'll motivate her, encourage her to do her best timing and stuff like that. Then also we have a lot of visually impaired women who run. And each visually impaired woman needs a sighted guide with her because it's a 3 kilometer or 5 or 10 or sometimes even 21 kilometers. They need to be, guided along that track because it's a long road. There can be potholes, speed breakers, anything on the road. So that is where men can participate, and also as pilots on bicycles.
Okay.
So we need pilots to show the way right in the beginning and also to go up and down the route to make sure everything is okay. We have pilots.
So yes, this was all about Pinkathon. Now we want to know about you. So you completed your diploma in electrical engineering.
Yes.
You are very much into fitness. This attracts you a lot. In between all this, how did modeling happen?
Well, I think I just completed my engineering. I'm not sure actually what was going on at that time. And of course, I was not interested in engineering at all. And then when I finished that, I can't remember whether I got a job anywhere. I can't really remember because it's a long time ago. And somebody just one day asked me, they said, oh, we'd like to take some pictures of you. And I said, for what? So they said, for an ad, an advertisement. I didn't even know it was a profession, that people got paid to have their pictures taken and put up. You don't think about it. But then they said, oh, we'll pay you. I said, okay, how much?
So you did ask that directly?
Of course, I said, because I said it's not interesting, to have your pictures taken. I mean, why would you do that? They said, now of course everybody takes pictures all the time, like selfies and stuff. But they said, how much do you want? So I didn't know how much I wanted. I didn't know how much they paid. So I said, have you done this before? They said, yeah, we do it all the time. It's, we advertise. And so I said, how much do you pay the last guy? So they said, we paid him 35,000 rupees. So I said, oh, 35,000 rupees is a lot of money. And this was in 1988.
That was huge amount back then.
Yes. So I said, pay me 50,000. So, I mean, I didn't even know what is 35,000, what is 50,000. I said, pay me 50,000. They said, okay.
Without any question?
Really, yeah. They said, I said, this is crazy, This must be a joke. And if it's not a joke, then I have to do it. So I did it. It was nice. The pictures were good. It was just 2 hours of work, So 2 hours of work, 50,000 rupees. I said, this is interesting.
Yes, it definitely is.
And then I started doing shows, fashion shows. And at that time in India, there were basically 20 models who did all the shows. So I was one of the 20 models, and we went all over the country. We went all over the Middle East, the Far East, showing Indian designs and stuff like that. So that was exciting.
This was how you started and all. So since you are here in Kathmandu with your wife,
Yes.
I would love to ask this question, because last time when you got married, there was this troll and everything going around just because of the age gap that you have between you two.
What do you think about it?
I'm okay with it. You came up with the answer.
Would you marry a younger man?
My father is younger than my mother.
Oh, amazing.
So my grandfather is younger than my grandmother, so we are okay.
So we didn't know that either.
So
Don't edit this.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to you and Ankita.
So there was, a lot of people, because now social media, people can say whatever they want. Information is so easily available to everybody, and opinions are, anybody can give their opinion on anything. But we didn't really bother about it. And for me, because I've been in the media for so many years now, since the 80s, that I'm used to people saying things, criticizing, having their own opinions, and it really doesn't matter to me.
So yes, we'll be continuing our conversation, but only after a small break.
Oh.
Will that be okay?
Wonderful.
So yes, we are in conversation with none other than Milind Soman. Do stay with us. After talking about Pinkathon, talking about you, Ankita and everything, now we want to know you up close and personally. So we have the segment called Know Me Better.
Everybody knows me.
We are yet to know
everything about me.
I don't think we don't know everything about you. So yes, there are definitely many more things to know about you. So I'd like to ask you my first question, and that is, first time you went nude in front of the camera, when was it and how was it?
I think it must have been 1991, and a very close friend of mine, very good photographer, Bharat Sikka, and Sunit Verma, who's also a designer in India, very famous, and also a close friend of mine. We were just we were shooting something for Sunit in on the ridge, I think in Delhi. So it's like a kind of forested area, you know. And then suddenly, I don't know how it came up, but we decided to do some nudes. And I had never shot nude before, but I'm very comfortable with my body because of maybe sports and swimming and so on. So I said, okay, so I just stripped and I started walking around. And like I said, it was a public space. We could hear people talking, but they couldn't see us, we couldn't see them. And I was just walking around and he was shooting me. And that was the first shoot that I did.
Okay.
Which was nude.
Have you ever sent a text to someone and regretted it immediately?
I must have, but I can't remember. But I think it's only because it went to the wrong person, not the wrong text.
What is the best and worst thing about being one of the top models in India?
I don't think there's anything bad. I think it's all good. I mean, I got a lot of fame, popularity, money, opportunity. And yeah, I don't think there's anything negative about it at all.
What is the craziest thing that you have ever done?
I think everything and nothing.
And how do we summarize that?
Yeah, because whatever I do, people, you know, they tell you, oh, you, like even my family, when I was swimming, they would say, okay, now enough swimming on, you have to pay attention to your studies. Because my family was very academic. All four of my grandparents were doctors. You know, we have so many lawyers and engineers and scientists. My father was a scientist in my family. They were like, okay, now. But my parents were okay. They said, no, you can do both. A lot of people said, oh, no, what is this? Then when I started modeling, everybody said, oh, you're doing modeling, you're an engineer, how can you do this? I said, no, I'm fine. But I just do whatever I feel like.
3 things about Nepal that you like.
Oh, the weather.
Beautiful.
It's incredible. The landscape, the weather and the people, I think. And the food. The 4 things.
One thing about you that nobody knows.
Oh, if nobody knows, there's a reason for that.
So
They're not supposed to. I'm sure there may be things that nobody knows. But I can say, like simple things that nobody knows might be that I like chocolate.
That is something that nobody knows. I think I know about it.
You know about it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody knows everything about me that they need to know. They just don't know things that they don't need to know.
Anyway, moving to my last question, and that is, how would someone get your special attention?
Oh, they have to speak to my wife.
Yes. Shall we call her also?
Yeah. If you want special attention from me, you have to speak to my wife. Otherwise, you'll just get the normal attention, the regular attention.
Okay. So yes, with this we have come to the end of Know Me Better. It was so nice to know you up close and personally. We are yet to come with much more segments that are fun. Yeah. So that will be continuing only after a small commercial break. Now we are up with our very fun segment, that is Rapid Fire, where I'll be asking you some rapid questions and you'll be giving me the rapid answer. Very simple as that.
I hope they're rapid. I hope my answers are rapid.
Okay. So my first question is, describe yourself in 3 words.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
What would be the title of your autobiography?
Well, I'm writing it right now.
Oh wow, this is something we didn't know about.
Yeah, but I forgot. And it's, so I can't tell you the title because it's a secret.
Okay, so we need to wait for how long?
But it's also the title of a very famous song.
till then we'll guess, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to my next question, that is one film in 2018 you watched and didn't like.
2018? I don't know if I watched any movies. I can't sit for 2.5 hours and 3 hours and watch movies.
One book that you can read again and again.
I don't read a lot of books, but my favorite book that I read many years ago is called Of Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham, and it's a really beautiful book on relationships. Very nice.
Okay. Now, yes or no, okay? I'll be asking you a question and you just need to answer in yes or no. Have you ever had one night stand?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever bribed the police?
No.
Have you clicked I agree on terms and conditions without reading it?
Always.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, hot or not? Select it.
Hot.
Wait, I haven't asked you.
Okay.
I need to ask you first. Okay. Online dating.
I've never tried, but I think it's good. Hot, yeah.
Okay. Intimate scenes in movies.
Hot,
Remake of old classics.
hot,
Bathroom singing.
very hot.
Okay. And the last, smoking.
Oh, not.
Not. Okay. So yes, with this.
I used to smoke though, you know that? You know that?
But I just
I used to smoke 30 cigarettes a day, so I know how bad it is.
But
really
somewhere in the interview you said you smoke once in a while.
No, I never smoke now. I stopped smoking about 15 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. And, but I know how terrible it is because I started smoking at the age of 29. You know, when you're really smart or you think you're smart and you're not really pressurized by, you know, your friends or anybody anymore. And I still started. And that just shows, you know, how dangerous it is because cigarettes are very accessible, they're everywhere. It's acceptable, you know, anybody can smoke, people don't really spit on them, which they should.
Yes.
And they're addictive, really addictive. More addictive than sugar, I think, because I'm addicted to sugar.
Okay. So this is also something that we don't know about you. So yes, with this we have come to the end of Rapid Fire. Now we are left with our last segment, that is what's on your phone.
Every segment you say is the last segment.
When did I say that? I didn't. So anyway, we'll be sneaking into your
what's
phone.
on my phone?
Yes, what's on your phone?
So you want my phone?
Yes, we want your phone.
But you can't go into the gallery because I have naked pictures. Okay, my phone's open. What do you want to see?
Okay, so I'll be asking you a few questions
Yeah.
regarding your phone, and let me.
So I have all the apps that are, you know, automatically downloaded. I've also got, you want to know which other apps I have that I have downloaded?
I'll just ask you.
I've got Ola Cabs, Uber,
Wait.
Make My Trip, WhatsApp.
Okay, so
I've got Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.
before he shows me everything,
have
let me
YouTube.
just jump into my question.
I have Google Maps.
Let me just jump into my question, and my question is, the person on your speed dial is.
Oh, speed dial, my wife,
Okay.
my driver, my mother. I think that's it.
So 3 of them. Okay. Next, the number of pictures that you have in your phone.
Oh my God. Let me see. You want me to actually? They're about 7,000 or 8,000.
That's quite a lot.
It is. It
is.
slows down my phone a lot, but I just can't get myself to delete them. I like to have them there, so you know, whenever I want, I can look at them.
Okay. So
A lot of pictures of my wife.
the most famous person on your phone list is.
Well, I have a lot of people from the Hindi film industry, but I think an interesting name would be Philip Tracy and also Christian Louboutin. Do you know who that is?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay. So those are fun names that I have.
What's the last thing that you Googled?
I Google things all the time. It must have been the distance between Lumbini to somewhere.
You're planning to visit.
Yes. So I want to run between Lumbini and Bodh Gaya.
Okay. So when are you planning to do that?
Hopefully sometime this year. I'm looking for a sponsor.
Okay.
Would your channel like to sponsor it? Just say yes.
I
Speak
can't
to
say
your
anything
team.
about it.
Speak to your team.
So anyway, we'll be talking about it later. Now, the moment that we have been waiting for, the last picture that you took from your phone is, and you need to show us that.
What if it's naked? Oh, the last picture I took that picture. This is the picture I took.
Okay.
Very safe. I think it's a fountain.
So it was just here in the
Who wants to see it? Do you want to see it?
What's your favorite non-social media app?
What's a non-social media? Ola cabs.
Okay. And
The most useful.
most useful. Okay, and my last question would be, if your mobile gets stolen, you would be most worried about?
Or make my trip.
That is your favorite non-social media app?
Yeah.
Okay, that was his non-social media app, favorite non-social media app. Now moving on to my last question, and that is, what if your mobile gets stolen, you'd be most worried about?
Naked pictures.
Of whose?
Whoever.
Of whose? That's the main question, of whose?
Because, no, if it was mine, I don't really mind. But other people might object. Yeah.
So yes, that would be the thing that would be most worried about. So yes, it was so nice having you in our show.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Very
for being with.
interesting. Very interesting. So think about Lumbini to Bodh Gaya. I'm leaving you with that. And also about the Pinkathon. You know, the Pinkathon is happening on the 23rd of February. I want to see you running there. So either 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers, whatever you can.
We'll just start from the 3 for now.
Come on, you can do 5 and bring your family as well.
Okay, so
your
we'll be
mother,
doing
your
5.
sisters,
Definitely.
your boyfriend's wife. No, sorry. Your boyfriend's
My
mother.
boyfriend's wife,
Your
my
boyfriend's
sister.
sister. And it's on the 23rd of February. And if you want to register, go to eSeva. Go to eSeva and you'll find Pinkathon there and register on that. 23rd of February, I will see you.
We'll see you there. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So yes, that was Milind Soman for you all. A very interesting figure indeed. So yes, I'll be back with yet another guest next week. Till then, keep watching AP1 HT.
It's an AP1 presentation.